Hey all, what is happening? This is PBase6811 and I am doing my very first YouTube video. So yay me. First off, let me apologize for the audio and video quality. I am recording this on an iPhone rather than a proper camera because hey, you pretty much got to use what you got. So I'm recording this on my iPhone. I have several hobbies, things that I like to do, things that I'm interested in. I am a musician. I play bass guitar. This is one of my basses and my practice amp. And I probably will be doing some bass guitar videos sometime here in the near future. But this is not going to be one of them. My wife and I are also firearms enthusiasts, gun enthusiasts. She has her guns, I have mine. We like to go shooting, but this is not going to be a gun video either. No, this video, my very first YouTube video, is going to be about the hobby that I have that takes up the most of my time and causes me the most frustration, and that is golf. I play golf. I don't know if I would consider myself a golfer, but I do play. I do try to get out and hack up golf courses every once in a while. And this YouTube video is going to be a what's in the bag for 2012. So we'll get started here. No, I made that kind of sound like I'm some kind of professional, and nothing can be further from the truth. I am really, really mediocre at golf. I am getting better. I'm making improvements all the time. So I'm pretty happy about that. I am seeing progress. But we're going to do a what's in the bag because I'm doing a YouTube video. So, yay. So let's get started. Obviously, you saw my collection of golf shoes. For some reason, I love golf shoes. I don't know why. I do. In particularly Adidas or Adidas, however you pronounce it. I'm a big fan. I have 3 pairs of Adidas and a pair of FootJoys, the black ones. My main pair are these right here. These are the Adidas. I love this shoe. It's a phenomenal shoe, super comfortable, right out of the box. You can go buy a pair, go to the course, put them on out of the box, and probably walk 18 and your feet would be fine. Just a great shoe. They are not cheap, but they are worth every penny, and I have another pair on order, actually. That's how great I think these shoes are. So, it's a pair I just got recently. I have a pair of Tour 360 ATVs. My wife loves this color. It's a great shoe. It's not quite as comfortable as the Adidas, but the traction is phenomenal. This shoe does exactly what Adidas says it's going to do. It gives you traction in pretty much any conditions and any lie. So yeah, great shoes. I have a pair of Tour 360 4.0s. Again, not quite as nice as the other Adidas shoes I've got, but they're great shoes nonetheless. And you know, obviously I wear them because they're dirty. But they're good shoes. And again, my FootJoys. I have a pair of DryJoys Tours. Excellent shoe. Just really not as comfortable straight out of the box as the Adidas stuff is. But I really like those shoes. They're phenomenal. Unfortunately, it's a vicious circle. In order for them to be comfortable and break in, I need to wear them, but I don't like wearing them because they're not comfortable and they're not broke in. So I'm probably just going to have to suck it up and walk a few rounds in them. But right now, it's not in the cards right now because these shoes are amazing. All right, let's get started here on what's in the bag. These are the clubs that I'm going to be playing this year because most of them I just got. I just traded or just bought new stuff, got rid of some old stuff. So here we go. My wedges, starting at the bottom of the bag, my wedges are Mizuno MPR 12s in the 52, 56, and 60 degree configuration. Just awesome wedges, amazing wedges. It's the rounded profile. It sets up really well for me, really well for my eye at a dress. The feel, the grain flow forged feel is just, it's amazing. Spin control, trajectory control, distance control on the wedges is first rate. I know a lot of guys like to replace the shafts in their wedges with the same shafts that they have in their irons for consistency, but I'll be honest with you, the spinner shaft that comes in these wedges is a great shaft. You know, it's wedge flexed, whatever that is, but it feels really good, and I like these wedges, and I'm not really planning on changing anything except maybe putting new grips on it. It's got the standard Golf Pride grips, which feel really good, but you know, I can always put some different grips on there and make it feel a little bit better. But those are my wedges, Mizuno MPR12s, and they are phenomenal. I like Vokeys. I had Vokeys. I replaced Vokeys with these, so I am not anti-Vokey or Cleveland. I know Cleveland makes some great wedges too, but for me, these were by far the best wedges that I could get. My irons, which I recently acquired, are Mizuno MP59s. Just a phenomenal golf club. The way they feel, the way they set up, it's cavity back, half cavity, muscle cavity, whatever you want to call it. Most of the guys that I play with call it a blade. You know, they say it's a blade, which I'm fine because it does, to me, set up like a blade. You know, you've got a really thin top line, not much offset, which is the way I like it. This club is just, it's amazing. You know, when you flush one in the middle of the face, it just feels like butter. It's crazy. I know that's cliched, but that's what it feels like. I love these clubs. This is probably the best investment that I have made in my golf game, is getting Mizuno MP59s, other than, you know, getting some lessons and actually learning how to use the damn things. But I got 4 through pitch in the MP59s. KBS Tour shaft, stiff flex in the irons. This is a great shaft. Shaft feels very similar to the Dynamic Gold S300, which I was using in my other irons, but even though it's actually heavier, it feels lighter, so it's better balanced. I already hit the ball pretty high anyway, but the combination of these phenomenal heads and this great shaft actually gives me a lot better control over my misses. You know, when I miss now, I know where it's going to go. It's pretty much going to go where I was aiming. I may lose a little bit of distance if I, you know, hit it off the toe, but I am thrilled to death with these irons. Standard Golf Pride grips, which I will probably change at some point here in the near future, even though they're pretty new. But what can I say? MP59 is probably one of the best irons that you can get, and I highly recommend it for anybody that's looking to maybe replace their irons this year, looking for something a little bit more, a little less game improvement, you know, a little bit more, you know, I guess player, if you will. I think anybody can benefit from these irons. They're not that hard to hit. They're not as hard to hit as people think they are. So, you know, unless you're just starting out, in which case you might want to look at something else. But if you've been playing for a little bit and got any kind of swing, whether it's great or not, believe me, mine's not great, you can use these irons and you will benefit from them. My hybrid is a TaylorMade Rescue 11. I really like this hybrid. Not necessarily saying I fell for the white crown, black face craze that they started, but I like this club. It sets up well for me. This has the hybrid Aldilla rip shaft in it, which I really like this shaft, and you'll see why shortly. Again, Golf Pride's got their grip on here, and I'm not complaining because I like Golf Pride grips. So go figure. It's a good grip, but I like this club, so I'll keep using that. My woods, Titleist woods. I have the 910 FD 15 degree 3 wood, and a 910 D2 driver, which my driver has the driver version of the rip shaft. So you can't really see it because it's black and it's dark, but I really dig this shaft. It suits up well for my swing. I'm not so enamored with the 3 wood. It's the FD version. They make a 910F, which probably would be better suited. I probably should try that before I give up on this Titleist fairway woods. I think that's better suited to off the deck, off the turf, where this is more set up as a alternate driver, and it just doesn't work for me off the ground. So I may have to do something about that. But the driver is phenomenal, and we'll keep playing that. And obviously, there's a very slim chance I may replace one or both of these clubs. If I do replace the driver, I'm going to keep this one and maybe just buy another driver and switch back and forth. Thinking about the R11S, which is odd considering I had an R11 and hated it, but you never know. We'll see. But I do love the driver. And last but not least, I have the TaylorMade Ghost Spider putter. This is my other putter. My main putter is a Titleist Scotty Cameron Newport, which I've had for like 5 years, but I loaned that to a friend of mine because his putter is at Scotty Cameron being restored. So he's out of a putter right now. So I loaned him mine because this is my new putter and I want to play with it. And this really is a great putter. It's kind of big, a little clunky, and you can't pick the ball up off the green by scooping it up like I can with my Titleist. But that's a small price to pay for a putter that makes me feel a little bit more confident and gives me a little bit better roll. So I like this putter. I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to keep playing with it. And when I get my Titleist back, I'll maybe swap it out after I get a little bit more confident with my putting stroke, which is extremely mediocre. That's probably the weakest part of my game right now is putting, so I got to work on that. Anyway, that's my what's in the bag for 2012. I'm 90% sure it's going to stay the same. I'm definitely not changing the irons or the wedges or the hybrid, but the fairway wood could go away and the driver could get a break. I'm not going to get rid of it, but it could get a break. So we'll see. Anyway, thanks for taking the time and watching the video. And if you have any questions or comments or anything, please post them below. I'd love to know what other people are playing, what other kind of shoes people are wearing, maybe gloves. I wear Mizuno gloves. I do also wear FootJoy gloves, but I don't have any right now. Anyway, you got any questions or anything, post them below, and I'll get to them when I can. Thanks a lot, and I will see you guys later on.